We know that the original version of New Mutants tested really good with audiences. Fox delayed it because they wanted to make it more like the Kim Berg X-Men films. Then Fox ended up being bought by Disney, and now we're getting the original version. Now, with many talks about the multiverse, a lot of people have asked if I would like it if New Mutants was a part of the MCU, and if it's successful, could it and should it be? So let's get to that. So first and foremost, let's get the basic stuff out of the way. As of right now, this film is still a part of the old X-Men universe. It's connected to that, it's not connected to the MCU in any way, but things could change down the road. Obviously, we know that from that universe, everything is more or less being abandoned, but with the multiverse introduction, with Evan Peters joining the likes of WandaVision, anything could happen. And if 2020 has taught us anything, it's exactly that. So with that in mind, could New Mutants be a part of the MCU if it is in fact successful, since the director has even talked about the fact that he planned a trilogy and he hopes that he can complete that trilogy. Now, I in my heart believe that this film is not in the MCU, but it also is. And what I mean by that is everything's in the MCU that's Marvel because it's part of a Marvel multiverse. This is easily explainable, right? It's part of it. We know that the Marvel Cinematic Universe exists within the Marvel Comics, so it's gotta go the other way around. They're going to be exploring the multiverse. They're going to be talking about all the possible outcomes and realities, so obviously it exists in the multiverse. The New Mutants do technically exist in the MCU multiverse because everything Marvel does, so that much is simple. But if they never acknowledge it, who cares, right? But there is a real possibility that, let's say New Mutants comes out and this film makes $600 million. I don't know, I'm just ballparking here, right? And they go, well, how do we turn that down? And Feige talks to Josh Boone, he's like, oh wow, you have some really good ideas. Let's work this into the MCU. Let's work it in by introducing it through the multiverse. Or maybe the film is so standalone that they could literally take a step back and go, what if it just exists in the MCU? And these experiments that are horrific were being done on a first sign of mutants popping up. Again, there's plenty of ways they could do this. If a Deadpool, the Deadpool from the old universe, can join the MCU, anybody can, right? So if it's successful, if it's big enough, yeah, they can do it. They could multiverse it. They might cherry pick and keep an actor or two. They can literally do whatever they want. And honestly, without seeing the film, I can't say I want that to happen. But again, I have faith that the film is going to be good, so why not? And to walk that back even a step further, even if it's not as big, let's say it makes $300 million, it's still very profitable. The first Captain America, the first Thor, those were not exactly billion-dollar franchises. Like, they were barely breaking even with marketing, but again, they stuck to their guns. They did the same thing with the Hulk. So maybe the New Mutants is one and done, but maybe there's such a huge reception to the characters and actors in it that they go, sure, let's bring these characters in. Again, it's possible. And why wouldn't you want it? It would just expand the MCU into a different genre, bring in more actors, more talent, and have a different, unique style that fits in. Honestly, I think it's a win scenario. Win scenario? Winning. It's a winning scenario. There we go. I got that one. English.